This is a series of videos about lessons that I learned from a 24-year relationship that failed. Now, this wasn't a relationship of two angels. I'm not telling you to be like me. Instead, I'm showing y'all how being me at times wasn't enough or was flat out wrong. Enjoy. It doesn't seem right that menopause would show up, but this is what happened in my relationship. Aside from what happened in the video about being honest, this was really the other nail in the coffin in my relationship. And the funny thing is, it's just life for every single woman. And I gotta say, I feel truly sorry for women going through menopause. Just as I sympathize with the men who go through menopause with their wives. You have perimenopause, which I believe is before actual menopause, and then you have menopause. Now, in my 24-year relationship, I was around for both of these things. And I lasted for 4 years before it pretty much killed what was left of our relationship. Now, full disclosure, I don't have a thyroid. The thyroid controls a ton of stuff in your body, down to your cells. For years now, I've been on levothyroxine, which is a thyroid hormone. I'm gonna say the word again, hormone. Check it out. Here is the list of shit that this medication can make you feel. Just take a look at it. Now, I'm pointing all of this out to say, I may not be a woman, thank God, but I know hormonal when I see it because I'm hormonal, okay? Now, armed with that insight and the power of journaling, years ago, I began trying to understand and navigate what my ex was going through. Ladies, menopause makes you all different people. Sure, it doesn't affect every woman the same, but for most, it affects something, and usually not for the better. I watched the floodgate of emotions happen, and even though I had the proof, I would be like, yo, you're hormonal. Seriously, you're taking this way too hard. Trust me. Well, there wasn't enough trust. There was care. There was connection 1,000%. I mean, when one of us hurt, so did the other. But full trust was something that was always elusive. Me and her never got that right. Not in 24 years. So I simply watched and communicated as a bunch of resentment that she had compartmentalized for all of these years was exposed. Now, while all of this resentment was going on, we spent less time when I kept suggesting more time. I told her phone calls weren't gonna cut it. We need to be around one another a bit more during this time. Like I said, folks, I communicated, but she just had too much dislike toward me at this point. She just didn't care for putting in effort. Now, ladies, I'm gonna throw this at you and be honest. You know how on your 16th day out of 28, you're ovulating at this point, you're kind of cranky. Or if not that, then maybe you just don't want to be around your man. Like, you just don't like men. That's what I was going through for the final 5 years of my 24-year relationship. Sometimes it would let up, but the default was always the same. She just liked me less. She didn't want me less. The sex was still there, but only when I came to get it. But we all know there's more to a relationship than physical. How we treat each other as human beings, that's everything. That's the truth. I knew menopause had broken up many a relationship, and ours was just going to be another one. I saw emotions and reactions that she just couldn't help. But ladies, and even you gents, let me tell you another truth. Time marches on no matter how long we stay in a shitty space. So menopause doesn't last forever. And one day, your mind state is going to be different. You're just not the person you were before. The point I'm trying to make is I think that one day, despite her life having moved forward, despite things, good and bad, that she will have done in order to move on from the relationship that we had, the realization of what happened between us will hit her. Also, there was a major issue going on in her life aside from menopause. So to be clear, folks, she wasn't in her right mind. It wasn't just the emotional outbursts from time to time, accusations that she would later apologize for, hot and cold spells leading to bad sleep nights, fatigue. Ladies, you know that fatigue y'all get. Imagine it just not letting up no matter what you do. Your body isn't right. How the hell you expect your mind to be right? Now, with all of this going on inside of her, all those compartments of resentment, all those chickens, they just came home to roost. Menopause made everything come out. And what made it worse was there was no fucks given. I'll tell you the coldest cut of all, though. I doubt another man is going to get the menopausal energy I got from her because they wouldn't have the history. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have hurt her in the past, etc. You know, clean slate this guy would get. The next guy, she probably would be understanding, you know, watch herself. You know, she might say, I'm sorry, but I'm menopause. There will probably be patience and respect. No resentment. Again, because there's no history. But in the end, no matter where you go, people, there you are. As a woman, you can always find a man, but can you keep one? If you aren't right as a man or a woman, don't expect a new relationship to fix you. Take the time, examine what the hell happened, do the inner work. And I'm speaking not against her, but I'm speaking also about myself, because I was fucked up too. That's all I have to say. Take it light.